can't believe this is happening. This is insane. This came out of nowhere. This is Guild Wars 1, the MMO that basically refuses to die, has never actually gone under, and is probably by far the best designed MMO of all time in terms of buildcraft, is getting an update with Guild Wars Reforged. They're gonna drop it on the Steam Deck. They're gonna work on the UI and some rendering stuff, but just the fact that they're even just gonna work on it and then drop it on Steam is crazy. This game clears so many different good that quite literally this game has stolen mindshare from its successor Guild Wars 2 for ages. And I mean, when people didn't shut up about Guild Wars 1 ever since Guild Wars 2 dropped. That's how impactful this game was and how much Guild Wars 2 was a departure, mostly to the disappointment of many. Even though the scope of Guild Wars 2 as a role player was insane and beautiful, wonderful, the fact is the bones of Guild Wars 1 are just unbelievably robust. You could make this game forever. It's the best hybridized card game, deck builder, MMO to ever exist, by far, bar none. There is no debating it. This is the one. And so the fact that it's coming back in 2025 of all things is just insane. You have to understand how archaic and wonderful this game is. This game doesn't even have a jump button, man. It's just pure buildcraft, situational awareness, and spacing. It's an incredible game. And only by virtue of it simply just not having a direct successor in any shape or form has it sort of died off, but it's coming back. I can't believe it. This is insane. I can't wait for tomorrow. They're going to talk about the game a little bit more, but this is just a random video putting out into the aether that is one of the few people that might be just unbelievably excited about this. This is crazy. I can't. I would have never thought in my wildest dreams that Guild Wars 1 was going to get a patch in 2025. I gave up on this since 2023. They did a couple things sprucing it up, but we sort of just thought that it was just going to be in maintenance mode forever and it would stay there. But instead, we're basically getting a new release and on a platform that is okay with it, right? $20 for all the expansions is rad. Because this game's always going to be sub-free. It just doesn't matter. It's a game that needs a new audience, and they're doing the right things. They're taking from Final Fantasy XIV and saying, hey, we will prioritize controller support because that's a good way of getting people into a game that's not hung up on being too competitive. Even though I'm not going to lie, this game is going to be a bloodbath for players on controller, I think. Unless they're absolute geniuses with how they maintain targeting on that, you're going to get blown up in PvP. This is a game that quite literally Guild Wars 2 was built around the concept that the healer in Guild Wars 1 was too good, because this game has the best healer of all time. You're reactive, you do so many different things, your positioning has to be godlike, and you are absolutely the target number one on the enemy team. Every time you play roll-up and arenas in this game, the first person they have to down is you, because you basically can keep up an entire team by yourself with good timing and good situational awareness. So this is a game where it's going to be interesting to play on pad. I'm gonna try it. I'll even try to play a monk on pad. But I got a feeling that they're just doing it as a way of getting it into people's hands, mostly because their vision is to drop it on the Steam Deck, which is an amazing thought, right? This is the best possible scenario when it comes to bringing an old game to the same platform but with a different spin. I mean, they couldn't have timed this any better, especially with the mysterious reveal of the Steam Machine and the continuation of the Valve hardware ecosystem. The fact that this just is going to be the MMO on the Steam Deck and it's going to be a good one. I don't know. They must have saw that and just been, oh my God, there's no way. They must have been so excited at ArenaNet to just be like, everything is lining up for us to be able to inject some life back into our old IPs. And on top of it, they're kicking ass with an expansion. They just dropped with Visions of Eternity, like on Guild Wars 2 end. This is just, I couldn't believe, I've never thought that as a Guild Wars fan and player that I would be eating remotely at all at any point in this current moment. I'm only eating because I think it's the most stable MMO right now, because 14 is having its troubles transitioning into Dawntrail, and WoW is always under criticism for being WoW. Yeah, this is nuts. I just can't. I'm I mean, I fired up a played edition in a game that I haven't played in probably over 5 years, and just playing it again maybe remind me of like kind of what we lost along the way, but that this game is definitely gonna be a joy to play with friends, and I just can't wait. This is truly amazing. This is like Soul Calibur 2 getting like modern net play or something. It's the equivalent, if not more. This is a game that has always been sticking in the back of our minds, collectively as an MMO space, I think, for a long time, especially if you're an old head. You always think, when are they going to make another Guild Wars-like style game? But instead, they're just going to bring the OG back. I just can't. This is amazing. Anyway, it's just a dumb reaction video. Who cares? Go watch I think it's like at 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Eastern, Pacific tomorrow? I don't know, man. We'll see where this game is going, but it's a new chapter. Guild Wars 1 Classic is coming back. This is not a drill. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. All right. Jeez.